All right, on to commission. So today's lesson is on commission. So I can successfully explain the concept of commission and can calculate it in a real world example. So commission is something that is actually quite relevant for you in the future here because there are lots of jobs out there that use commission. So what is commission? Commission is you getting part of the sales price. All right, so think of it this way. Let's say that, and I'm going to use blocks just because my life is a little easier for me to draw blocks. So I'm going to draw 12 blocks. So going, say we, instead of using cash, we use blocks. So you said that for this object, I'm going to charge you 12 blocks. So the 12 blocks come in. Your company will get 9. So that's the company. And you get a portion of it. So you get 3 of the blocks. So if you sold it for more, you'd get more blocks. So the more you sell, the more you get. All right? So how is it calculated? Calculated as a percentage. All right? So the way it works is your salary is equal to base pay. All right? So if you are working for, say, an auto dealership, so you're selling cars, or you work at Sport Check selling clothes, what will happen is they're going to pay you a certain amount, all right? Kind of probably an hourly wage, but we're going to simplify it. We'll just say this is base pay. So if you sat and did nothing, you would get, say, $200. Then, on top of that, you would get your commission, okay? So you would get your commission. And commission is a percentage of the sales. So it would be percent divided by 100 multiplied by your sales. So there is the formula for calculating your salary on commission. So I have a couple of examples on the next page that we'll go through, and then you can try doing it on your own. So the first example, you're working at Sport Check, and they tell you you get a base salary of $390 per week. So 40-hour work week maybe. So let's say you're getting about $10 an hour. Okay? So usually they'll do that. They'll pay you minimum wage, but to encourage you to work hard, they give you a commission. So you get 5% of everything you sell. So for every $100, you will get $5. That's how that would work with 5%. So answer the following. What is your paycheck if you sell $400 in merchandise? So let's say you sold 3 pairs of shoes and it came out to be $400. How does this work? So your salary is equal to your base pay. So for this first one, I'm going to write everything out. Plus commission. All right. So your base pay is $390. All right, so there's your base pay. Plus, and I'm going to use brackets, commission, so 5%. Remember, 5% is 0.05, or 5 divided by 100, multiplied by 400. So that's how much I sold. That was the merchandise. So I'm running out of space, so I'll move up here after to get my total. So 390 plus, so now I do 5 divided by 100, or 5 divided by 100, we know is 0.05 times 400. So we make an extra $20. So that means my paycheck this week is $410. All right, I get $410. So you get an extra $20 on your paycheck for selling $400. Now, in a place like Sports Check, that's maybe 3 pairs of shoes. Now, over an entire week, it's quite possible to sell more. So what happens if we went much, much higher? Let's say you did $4,000. So if $400 was 3 pairs of shoes, $4,000 then would be 10 times that. So let's say you sold 30 pairs of shoes this week. All right. So our salary is equal to base pay, BP, plus commission. So 390 plus 5 over 100 times 4,000. Again, I'm showing all my steps here. If you're using a calculator, you can do that in one step. So now 0.05 times 4,000 is $200, which means that you would now make a total of 590. All right. So you can see that the more you sell, the more effort you do in your sales job, the more your paycheck will be between the two. So you can see quite a difference. All right. So that's why people are always, if you go into a place like Sports Check, if they come over right away and say, what can I help you with? Can I take that to the front till? They're getting credit for the sale. They're getting commission. So that's why it's important to them. And it's not such a bad thing to help them out. I mean, they're working hard to get their money, and if they deserve a bit of credit there. So keep that in mind, because that's how some of them are getting extra money. Now, some of you might know, or some of you might have parents that are real estate agents. The real estate is a prime example of working on commission. Now, a lot of real estate agents don't make a base salary. So for this one, you are a real estate agent. You get 3% commission on everything you get paid. So answer the following. How much would you make if you sell no houses? So your salary, base pay plus commission. Base pay, real estate agents don't get a base pay. So that's 0, plus no sales, which is $0. Therefore, no money. So, real estate, yes, you can make a lot of money selling real estate, but if times are slow, it's also possible to not make much money. So keep that in mind with that. Let's look at the flip side though. Determine how much you would make if you sold one house for $299,000. Now that's the average price, I would say, for a house here in Mitchell, in surrounding areas. $299,000, I would say, is an average house. All right. So our formula: salary equals base pay plus commission. Base pay is 0. Our commission will be 3 over 100, 3%, or 0.03, multiplied by 299,000. All right. So 0.03, 3 divided by 100 is 0.3. 0.03, sorry, multiplied by 299,000. Oops, make sure I have enough zeros. That is 8,970. So therefore, 8,970 is the answer. So therefore, you get 8,970. So close to $9,000 for the sale of the house. Now, before you get all excited, remember, if this is your only sale for the month, okay, divide that by 4 weeks, and you only made $2,000 this in 1 week, which could translate to, minimum wage over a whole week of work. So the more houses you sell, obviously the more money you make. So if you're a good salesperson, or if you're a good people person, it's definitely commission something that is of interest to you when you enter the workforce. So anyway, excuse me. So there's a worksheet working with commission. Complete that worksheet, get it checked by the teacher. If you have any questions, make sure you ask, and we'll see you for the next video.